telling you like if you sustain your consistency, so you are going to avail a lot of hidden, hidden facilities and features that is more mandatory to aware as a learner, I would say. And if you do not sustain your consistency, so you do not aware about, and as well as you do not have the gain of better approach into this language. So that's why it's a mandatory and consecutive for every individual's life in order to achieve their aims and goals in life. What I personally consider.
Very well. My next question is that, as you said, the consistency, as we know that whatever goal or target we have set for ourselves, we should do everyday practice. So suppose I have set a target for myself, for
Hmm.
especially the English, and I will do regular practice. Sometime if I fail to do for weeks or any reason, do I feel guilty, or it would be considered as that I am not consistent? So does it consistency mean that we can't take break?
According to me, ma'am, it's supposed to be have you been following any particular goals of your life and you have been working over, and supposed to be in case you are going to have failure in your life. So you have to consider like I'm walking into the wrong direction, because these kinds of awareness you must have. Okay, if you are not going to have the outcome, okay, before putting your 100% effort over the same direction, so you have to indicate of your mind like, no, I'm walking that wrong direction. That's the reason I'm not getting any outcome. So you have to upgrade your mentality, your thing, and you have to change the way the that way you have been following very long period of time. Okay. Term and condition you have to change out. You have to inculcate some habits that would be more beneficial for you, and they can provide you the better benefit. So
Yeah,
these are things is a mandatory for every learner to aware out before reaching to the certain time period. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Actually, whatever you said, you good afternoon, Deepak.
Yes.
Chandan, yeah, Chandan. I forgot your name, Chandan.
Thank you. So yes, good afternoon, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, doing well. Thanks for asking. What about
And
you?
yeah, I'm over the moon today because today is Pongal festival.
Okay, and today is Makar Sankrant also.
Yeah, you are right. Two
Yeah,
festival is going in a day.
yeah, it is a festival nowadays. This is the time for celebrating our harvesting. Like yesterday was Lohri, today we are celebrating Pongal and Makar Sankranti.
So actually nowadays we can say after beginnings of 2025 we are going to enter like a festival June, I would say, right? So simultaneously new festivals coming gradually.
Yeah, there are so many. Actually, we are somewhere we are forgetting our main festivals, and we are adopting some what would I say, foreign culture, Western
Yeah,
culture we are adopting, and Western. I would say that Western festival are influencing a lot because of the social media and what how they are promoting. But it's still because our Sanatan's rules are so strong, so it cannot overpower them. No matter
yeah.
Western influence, but the roots are so strong. Na? As we can see, Mahakumbh, and there are several things are going on. So
Hmm.
nothing can overpower it. Yeah, sometimes we can get influenced by the Christmas, the Valentine Day. There are so many like New Year celebration. These kind of things happen. This is okay. This is the thing to just make yourself happy.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you
you're
are getting, if we are getting any chance to make ourselves happy, so there is nothing harm until and unless we don't forget our rituals. That is more important.
of course you're right, ma'am. It doesn't matter how many festivals coming in your life and influencing you much more, but what we ever consider like our all festival is major festival, and it can't be forgettable in
Yeah,
entire life.
yeah. Actually, when I was I was child, or I was in my 20s, 30s. That time, the festival was only thing that okay, we everybody is celebrating. My family is celebrating. I was celebrating. Since I am growing day by day, now I have started realizing the importance. and the significance of our religion. That is the thing. Our each and every festival has a significance, and there is a system of particular festival. Why it is happening, why Kumbh is happening, and we have the record of the years. Like this time, it is going to be 144 years after Maha.
Wow.
So this is the biggest event. That's why this time Mahakumbh is very. So it's a written yearly. Thousand and hundred years ago, it was written that this kind of things will happen. And the best part is that yesterday I was watching a video. Even the foreigners was knowing that why Mahakumbh is happening and why this time Mahakumbh is very precious, because there is a line of I don't know that scientific issue, but there is something which is matching a certain point that is making it more significant. So this is the, I think, the amazing part of our culture. Everything was predefined. Our ancestors has predefined. No, our that pothi jo which we watched, like the Jyotisi and astrologer use. So it's commendable things that we have previous version, and we can see the future also. What is going to be ahead for years. That is the thing.
Yeah, right. Indeed, ma'am, indeed. And that's why, fascinately, we are celebrating this and indulging self into this, right? Gathering together, at one place and doing a lot of worshipping. And we always try to apply new, traditional and customer. We are following this way, right? It doesn't matter like how many festivals, like we are being influenced by them. It doesn't matter. But the thing is that our ancestor what they have left out behind us. We always remember this, right? This
Yes.
realize us like what is our privilege, what was our culture and customs, right? And rituals. These are things remind us every single day, every year you can say.
Yes. Yes. And being a new generation, those who are new generation, it's their responsibility. If you are getting influenced with the new year party, Christmas party, go ahead. But somewhere you need to understand your roots so that you can give and you can tell your kids also. Because
Yeah,
once anybody get uprooted from their roots, you won't get anywhere a place. So if
you're
you
right.
are from a place, so you need to adopt, you need to hold your roots. But yeah, something is giving the any pleasure, that is good enough. But one irony is that yesterday we were celebrating Lohri in
Yeah,
our
yeah.
society, and you won't believe it is a very big society, but hardly there were gathering of not more than 100 people.
Mm, you're right.
Surprising part was that the youngster cooperation and youngsters was, I was not matlab, I think 10 or 5 kids were, yeah, teenager were there. But if there were a Christmas party, if there were a New Year party and there would be a DJ, we don't need to ask them to come. They they would celebrate. So this is the irony. If you can celebrate Christmas, it's okay. You should, but the same time you should also celebrate these kind of festivals. These are not the festivals; these are our cultural heritage. We are celebrating our harvesting, our farmers' effort, and
Yeah,
why festivals are made to give a kind of certain happiness in a time to time. There is a
mm,
reason behind the festival. So this is the thing which I feel bad, and they were not ready to dance. They were feeling shy, but if there were any DJ or any kind of disco, any puff, they would free to dance. So like, I could be biased. Maybe I somebody can disagree with me, but these are the things I think we should not do. Being a youngster, those who are teenagers.
ma'am, you can say this is the new generation mentality, what they think about any festivals, right? According to their interest and comfort, they always try to engage into these kinds of festivals, right? They
Yeah.
always try to have only fun in every aspect of any rituals and festivals. But according to me, we need to understand our and we need to give the importance of in heritage what what our ancestors left out behind us. Right.
Yeah.
This is privilege and authority, I would say, to just reach out. Right.
Yeah. But the other part is that also I have been observing since so long that because of maybe social media is playing a good role. Many youngsters are also adopting our culture and they are getting closer to our culture. They have adopted, but they required always a motivation. If a loud music is playing, if the loud music is saying, and it is saying only Hare Rama and Hare Krishna, then we get attracted. But if they will not get that kind of atmosphere, somewhere they don't feel like doing such kind of thing. But I'm happy because of anything, maybe because of social media, because of that loud music. If we are there learning such kind of thing, that is the good thing.
Yeah, ma'am, you are right. I'm also agree. But people want fun only, entertain self. In every kinds of culture, yeah, even festival in life. And that's the major issues, okay? You can't convince all the youngster and new generation people because they are quite a stubborn person. Adamant, I would say.
Not
Right?
all, not all, not every disease, but there are
Yeah,
few who are protein say and showcasing that they are religious person, but it's not like.
I'm also just overviewing, like not everyone, but some of people. But it really impact overall all the humans' personalities. If you are living surrounding such a people, okay, who think like that, it really affects you as well. So you have
Yes.
to think, you have to save your mentality from all these things, all these people, and try to be a part of each festival of your life, right?
Yeah, this is the part of. Now come to our English journey. I just want to know that you are quite consistent in terms of uploading, in terms of learning. So I just want to know, Chandan, for you, what is consistency all about?
Yes, consistency is a major part of every learner's life, I would say, and it's very important. It's very imperative to sustain for a long period of time, or only the way you can success any field. Otherwise, you can't, because maintaining your consistency, you are going to avoid a lot of hidden things.
Yeah, but give it your point. I just want to add two or three points. Uh,
Mhm.
if I talk about consistency, so some one of my motivational video which I was listening, people do fall in the trap that if they do break, if they take break or something happen, if they don't feel like doing anything. Like suppose I have taken a target to do exercise regularly.
Mhm.
So talking about women, we have such kind of tendency. We go for 1 month or 2 months, and after that we don't feel like doing, and we just leave it. So consistency doesn't mean that we can't take pause, we cannot take break. We are human being, and we are tend to do such kind of habits. So we get distracted through the social media and laziness, and we love to snooze. We always try to get snooze, but if you are really willing, so then it is not matter how many times you fall, how many times you cannot consistent with your path, but the matter is that how many times you dash off whatever laziness snooze button is pressurizing you to take rest. How many times you dash off and how many times do you start again.
Mm.
We got consistency, so we are not taking in a right way. Consistency doesn't mean that you cannot take any break, you cannot fall, you can fall, but the main thing is that how you start your journey again,
Yeah,
your
and
approach
your
towards consistency. That is, I think, biggest thing. And we do mistakes most of the time. If I talk about myself, if I set any target and I feel that I am not doing well and I take break 2 or 3 days, I started feeling a guiltiness that I'm not good enough, I can't be consistent, but this is not right approach. So then I have started changing myself. Okay, if I have taken pause due to some reason, it's not like I have made any mistake, I blender. Consistency means if you have set a goal and you are keeping in a mind, maybe you have taken pause, but you can move further. Yeah, your time distance can be longer. It is a
yeah,
possibility,
right,
but
ma'am.
one day or the other, you will definitely achieve your goal.
You are right, but according to me, I also want to add something. As you mentioned, like by maintaining your consistency, it doesn't mean like you do not take any pose. Obviously, this is right because having a lot of responsibility in life, whether you want or not, doesn't matter. But you have to stuck on certain situations where the situation has a demand of having pose of you on certain place. So it doesn't mean like after starting into different kinds of field, you left out. No, you again, it's totally up to you how you recharge yourself again.
Again,
Okay,
yes, that is the
you are
thing.
being able to recharge yourself again. Everything is possible.
Yeah, that is the thing. That most of the time is bothered. Sometimes we fail and we feel like, no, I have made mistake. Suppose we are in a doing exercise and we are cutting our sugar intake. This is the main issue. We most of the people are trying to cut their sugar intake because they know the sugar is not good for our body. But there is a certain time after doing 1 month, 2 months, we feel like having too much sugar. We feel like having, okay, I can't do it. It's not my cup of tea. Okay, so if suppose you have eaten two candies or anything you want to feel like, but if you leave it in the middle, suppose you have put in for 2 or 3 months, it will all go in vain. Maybe you have eaten 1 day or 2 day. It's okay. You can go further. It's not like you need to stop. And this is the tendency I have been observing. People ate more in the guilt. Okay, I can't do it. It's not my cup of tea. I'm going to have it more. So if you are setting any target, always be prepared that they are going to be fall, you are going to stop and at a certain point in time, but what is needed that you can take pause, but again you have to start your journey. This is the right approach to get your target hit.
You are right, ma'am. And never ever consider about yourself guilty for any situation, because situation is not in our hands, right? Accordingly, you have to perform every time. If you're
Yeah,
supposed to be are making little bit mistake in your life, it's okay. Try to be positive, and
yeah,
that could be the change your perspective, entire perspective of life by considering in a positive way, right? And considering about self, guilty, that will indicate and observing so much negativity, from your surrounding and bringing inside of you. Okay, and your each action it would be very negative. Okay, and as well as your mentality also has been filled up through this negativity thoughts. So each and every work can be messed up. So
yeah, very
ultimately,
valid point you
up
have
to
said. I